Welcome to our channel. In today's extended masterclass, we're diving deep into a topic that every clinical research professional should understand: FDA versus EMA GCP standards, and what every global trial team needs to know. If you're operating across borders, these differences can make or break your compliance strategy. So grab a notepad, because we'll walk through not just the differences, but how AI can help you stay aligned automatically. Good clinical practice, or GCP, is the ethical and scientific foundation of every legitimate clinical trial. It's what ensures patient safety, data integrity, and ethical study conduct. But here's the reality. While the ICH provides a global standard, local enforcement of GCP varies. The FDA, EMA, and WHO each interpret and apply GCP in slightly, and sometimes significantly, different ways. Today, we'll cover the foundations of ICH GCP, key differences between FDA and EMA, where WHO GCP fits in, and how AI-powered tools are helping clinical teams adapt in real time. Let's start at the center: the ICH GCP E6R2 and the evolving E6R3. These are the global benchmarks that define ethics and protection of trial subjects, investigator and sponsor responsibilities, trial design, conduct, and reporting, data integrity, monitoring, and documentation. Every major regulatory body, including the FDA and EMA, bases its framework on ICH GCP. But that's where the similarities end. In the US, GCP is enforced by the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, under 21 CFR. Specifically, Part 50, Protection of Human Subjects; Part 56, Institutional Review Boards; Part 312, Investigational New Drug Application. Key characteristics of FDA GCP: emphasis on documented informed consent, focused audits and inspections, flexibility and risk-based monitoring, not mandatory, trial registration on clinicaltrials.gov, site responsibilities centered on the principal investigator. FDA tends to be very form and documentation heavy, especially around consent and IRB approvals. Now let's shift to the European Medicines Agency, EMA. The EMA enforces GCP through EU Clinical Trial Regulation 536/2014, UDRALEX Volume 10, and the CTIS platform for centralized trial registration and oversight. What sets EMA GCP apart? Mandatory, risk-based monitoring, transparent trial registration in CTIS, adverse event reporting via UDRA-Vigilance, emphasis on process transparency, not just signed forms. Reconsent for major protocol amendments is often required. The EU system is more centralized and more structured in its digital oversight. Let's look at a side-by-side comparison of key GCP elements between the FDA and EMA. These differences may look subtle on paper, but in practice, they can trigger delays, protocol deviations, and audit findings. Let's say you're a sponsor managing a Phase 3 oncology trial across the US, Germany, and Spain. You must align site documents with both EMA and FDA expectations, report SAEs into two different systems, address reconsent requirements in the EU but not in the US, navigate 3 sets of inspection triggers. Outcome? Compliance becomes time-consuming and error-prone, unless your systems are smart, dynamic, and constantly updated. In low and middle-income countries, many trials use WHO GCP. It aligns with ICH principles, but allows for local language flexibility, simpler document structures, site-specific adaptations based on infrastructure limitations. For global health studies, WHO GCP is essential, but sponsors must still harmonize with FDA or EMA when submitting results. You may be working with 10+ trial sites, 4 countries, 3 regulatory frameworks, and dozens of SOPs, logs, templates, and consent forms. Every change in one region means updates across the entire system. This is where teams fall behind, and it's why AI is no longer optional. Imagine if you had a one compliance assistant that knew every GCP nuance by region, alerted you when something changed, helped screen your documents, and even trained your team based on their role and location. That's exactly what GCP AI Advisor does. Let's walk through what GCP AI Advisor offers. Voice-enabled advisor. Question: what's the AE reporting requirement for Germany? Or, do I need reconsent under EMA for an amended protocol? Document scanner. Drag and drop an ICF. It flags missing language or outdated sections, compares it with regional standards, and suggests fixes. Risk dashboard. Real-time insights. Audit readiness by site. Compliance status by region. Version control for SOPs and logs. Training integration. Every team member gets region-specific learning modules, fully aligned with FDA, EMA, or WHO guidelines. We've explored the structural differences between FDA and EMA, where WHO GCP fits, and how GCP AI Advisor uses AI to reduce your compliance burden and increase your audit readiness. Now let's talk impact. These aren't theories, they're real-world results. A US-based CRO reduced inspection prep time by 48%. A European sponsor flagged 72 outdated SOPs. In 24 hours, a global biotech avoided a protocol deviation in APAC, thanks to a regional update automatically flagged by the AI. The GCP advisor caught things even our compliance lead missed. It's like having a full-time auditor, but on demand, and much nicer. What about early-stage drug development? Our tools also support digital twin models for animal study simulation, predictive screening of molecular interactions, cross-referencing study protocols with regional animal ethics frameworks. You can simulate preclinical outcomes, reducing unnecessary animal testing and accelerating IND timelines. AI isn't just for back-end compliance. AI fast trials is also transforming patient recruitment. Use AI to pre-screen patients based on protocol criteria using structured or free text input. Informed consent. Voice and chatbot assistants walk patients through GCP-compliant consent processes in local language, 24/7, multilingual support. From Spanish to Mandarin to Malay, our platform scales globally with ease. Compliance isn't a one-time event, it's a culture. That's why GCP AI Advisor offers AI-powered training built on ICH E6 R3, FDA 21, CFR, EMA's EU regulations, WHO guidelines. Each module adjusts to the user's location, role, and past quiz performance. And yes, you get certificates, tracking, and HR integration out of the box. You don't have to remember everything from this video. We've done the heavy lifting for you. Download the Global GCP Compliance Cheat Sheet. Compare consent rules, monitoring styles, AE reporting, and trial registration expectations across FDA, EMA, and WHO in one simple printable format. Link in the description below. Here's what we know for sure. GCP is evolving, and doing nothing is the biggest compliance risk of all. AI gives you visibility, consistency, and peace of mind. Whether you're a global sponsor or a small CRO, your compliance tools should work as hard as your team does. So, what's next? Download the cheat sheet, request a live demo, or just ask our GCP AI Advisor your biggest compliance question. Let's raise the standard of global clinical research together. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And comment below with your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and stay audit ready everywhere. GCP AI Advisor, built for global clinical trials.